job? I am into development work, community development, social development, training, coaching, that kind of things.
How many children do you have?
3 teenagers.
Like us.
Yes, like you, yes. The eldest just got into college, and 2 others.
The other 2 is still studying in high school.
Yes.
How old are they?
14, 16, 18. Different. My wife is a musician, plays classical piano.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Definitely the piano would have a space somewhere.
So you said your wife is a music teacher. Will she be teaching in the house?
Sometimes she teaches at home, sometimes she goes to people's homes and teaches. But she takes one-to-one. She doesn't take a big group like my son's hobby is TV, so maybe a number of you. And my daughter is paints, is artist. My mom lives with me.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad passed away. But it may not be forever. When my mom is around, after that we'll just manage on our own. We'll try to do things on our own with the children. How's your mom? Not very well. She's 78. She's losing her memory. What are my hobbies? Listening to people's problems, salvaging old things that people throw away and restoring them. Not necessarily expensive antiques, but simple things that people throw away that you can. I don't do that, but that kind of things where basically recycling, saving, recycling, restoring. Do it on my own. Gardening, definitely. Walking, nature, travel.
Have you got to know your name?
No, I know this side mostly are teachers, retired teachers. History, old houses here. This one here was a retired teacher also. That side is lawyers. That side probably is business people. And then you see there's some new people coming in in the neighborhood. The house designs change completely. That side is a mix, an expat with a local. There's a kampong there. There's also housing the other side.
And then the kindergarten also is.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So this road is pretty busy during the day. If you leave the house, it was empty for a little while. Somebody jumped in and stole the septic tank covers, the metal covers. Keep that. I'd like to keep it something bit of like neo-colonial, something.
Neo-colonial.
Not too ostentatious, but something of that sort between the old and the new. I've if you notice that old jars, everything here is a story. So it's things that I've collected over the years. It's not expensive antiques, but for me it tells the story of Malaysia. There's a value of it. Yeah, this come from Sentul actually when they were breaking down the old wooden shop houses. So it's a bit that how to maintain the balance between the something traditional and the new, modern.
Those collections, do you have any idea where you want to put them in the future? Is it inside?
No, I guess I need to see the designs that you come up with then for me to start visualizing.
Okay.
So, but that, I don't have, most of my things are not here, it's just a little bit that.
Do you want a space where you want to put all your collectibles?
Not impossible. My children will tell me it looks like a workshop. So,
So I presume it would be like a garden with all this.
Yeah, you can space it out, How to help people keep a sense of the continuity, there's always continuity, discontinuity. So it's not tradition for the sake of tradition, but it is things that help anchor, that give certain values.
A nice interior space, or external.
Yeah, I don't want a very artificial looking external, It can be natural and that's fine. What am I not too happy with in the interior? It's most of these houses are built for utility's sake. If you just walk in, it's just rooms and that's it. I want to get away from that concept of open up space. At the same time, there are little corners for different things. And I don't think the house doesn't have to be all compact in one building. It can be a bit spread out. You can pull out some things. You can have a little garden in between. That kind of So maximizing space, but in a natural way. Probably have some aircon if necessary. I'll switch it on. But that's why I'm saying I like to lift the roof line. One challenge I was telling Keith is that I find housing that that is conducive for human beings, that has a sense of space and all that things, beauty and everything within a certain affordable budget.
You got a budget in mind?
Yes, I have, but I don't want to say that. Maybe if I tell you the price of the house, then you can already estimate. No, like here now in this area, houses like this probably go, within 300, 350. You can,
Yeah.
350. That's all.
The single story, this original house.
350, yeah. So now, if you are going to renovate it and put 500, then what's the point?
You might as well demolish and do another one.
So I think it should be below that line. Maybe also as my own values, for example, why I said I don't want to put so much into the budget. One is this challenge, how do we make something beautiful, relevant for people with a certain budget? Otherwise, it's only a certain segment. Then the other is having worked in doing development work, social development work with communities. The disparity is huge. I don't know if you all realize that. When you go and work in a country like Burma or Laos, or then you come home and say, wow, we really have a lot of. But so it's how do you try to keep certain values, not to in the way we live and the way we do things. Yeah, this one I'd like to preferably keep it as a single story, because once you grow old, you realize double stories are not conducive. But as I said, maybe an extension that has 2 stories, maybe the upstairs for guests, the downstairs for a library or something. That's fine.
Do you prefer that kind of house or that one?
Neither.
I think it's that one.
Neither. For me, that one is. That's the typical renovation.
Side the contractor.
Yeah.
And that one, I think it has a lot of openings and.
There's more opening there, more open ventilation and windows and doors than here.
I thought that's what you prefer, right?
In the sense of opening out, yes, but not the style.
Do you wish to the neighbors to look into your garden, or you prefer not to? Private.
No, I don't mind. I think, you see, that the house opposite just renovated. It was an old house like that. They completely changed the style. I'm just seeing it now. They put this 8-feet wall, right? Well, I think that's this new Malaysian mentality, gated community, private space. I think I like to keep them open, and I don't mind a wall low like that,
Okay.
But not.
But how about here?
Yeah, something like that is okay. No, I'd like to leave it. I use green rather than use bricks or something. Use bamboo or use creepers or
Should be any problem if it's open that any noise would disturb?
No, I think it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's, whether we put bamboo or creepers or something, that's fine. I don't have to put walls everywhere. If I were to live here, I'd probably go behind rather than the front. I guess it's my sense of I need space. I need to go away. I need to withdraw to think and write and work. The front, I was thinking that it'd be interesting to put some frangipani trees and some water and things like that. And you come in, and again, I don't know. You see, the opening now, the front of the house is here, but it's possible even to rethink that. That gate could be thrown away. Can make a little gates, with, imagine that put some stones over and curved arch door. And, go back to the traditional door made from planks or something like that with creeper flowers, that kind of. It can be coming here. There could be a car porch with tile roof, and then people can come in here. But then this whole thing has to become green now, so this could be used as a sitting space, quiet, relaxing. Rooms here, there's a little like a veranda or a balcony where you sit out with a wooden deck, that kind of thing. So I know the space in the house would be limited, so the little space inside could, people use this as a sitting, talking area, then that could be just 2.
How many cars?
2.
What car is that? Big cars, small cars?
Family, always for utility. I myself have been thinking if I make a tiled car porch here, because it extends into the sitting area, how to make the roof, I've been pondering on that, maybe you guys, because the roof here is like that, it comes straight. There are older houses in Seremban which are more built with the environment and nature, space, water, and all that. And my place for interaction would be kitchen. Yes, currently they've extended the kitchen there. I think that. No, but that space has to be redone. Now it's just a little shack kind of extension, but that can be used properly. If really make the kitchen that side. So actually they have a view to people coming in, which is very practical. You can keep an eye on it.
Which particular part of your house that you wish to put these tiles onto?
The kitchen area where you sit and little dining area or something like that. I know these old tiles.
Like a breakfast room kind of thing in the kitchen.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Since I cook, my son cooks, so we would love to have a nice kitchen area. And we have this old wooden table that the father and son is planning to put a wooden, thick wooden top and convert that into a working table like the kitchen. You put a wooden fire and you cook your kanduri, your dodol, I mean, those are things like that I think, it'd be worth doing once in a year, cook some dodol or cook something outside, that kind of things. A barbecue, that's another thing.
What kind of food do you cook?
Besides baking, everything else I try. A little bit of Chinese, a little bit of Indian, a little bit of Malay. No quiz and cakes.
Do you do the wet and dry kitchen?
Yeah. Even the bathroom has to be wet and dry. Yeah, because
You don't need shower.
I do that. My wife uses shower. My wife doesn't like the bathroom wet. I think it's part of nature. When you bathe, it gets wet. One of the things that I enjoyed as a child was bathing outdoors, open air. A foreigner, it's a Western, so also the dry and wet things, different concepts of cooking and space.
How many bathrooms that you wish to have?
Since there's 3 kids, your mom and your woman, so it's
Well, I think if there are 6 rooms, average should be 3 but more is better, but at least 3 bathrooms. One should be for master. Then also I think for the elderly person, 1 room would be for an elderly person. It's good to have a separate bathroom than the other. So And the Asian concept is toilet, bathroom, shower all in one. It doesn't have to be.
Do you like to do work in your home or just to chill?
No, I use it as a workspace. Also.
Workspace as well.
I use it as a space to think, to write, to pray, get recharged. So, but I don't mind. It doesn't have to be inside. It can be even outside. It can be a kampung house that's just the library. Doesn't mean everything has to be compacted in one minute. It has to be kind of like the center of the somewhere. It's not in a corner by itself. Somewhere that's at wherever you cross, it's there.
I mean, they are sharing rooms.
No, individual. It doesn't matter if the room is small, but each one has a room.
Because I'm afraid that one day they're going to move out.
Yeah.
So if try to save the spaces you have.
Yes.
So do they mind sharing rooms?
When I travel for work sometimes, I've seen some very, very, very innovative use of space. I mean, like one is if you look at certain kampung houses, you notice they all, or even you find that in Burma, in Thailand, at the washing area, it's a bit of extended space with bamboos, and the dishes dry there. I mean, just a little thing like that. I find that's an interesting use of space, rather than organizing it all sideways or something. Or when you go to Europe, you find that with little cabinet space, everything is built in. The whole kitchen is very compact, but inside everything is stored inside. So.
Would you mind if any of the walls of the room are knocked down?
No, I think you need to. You can't create a conducive hall it's too small. Either you knock that one or you knock this way. They have to.
Do you still want to keep the shrine? No.
No, not necessary,
Okay.
but it can be used as something creative. Yeah, you don't mind. Or in some countries they put a water pot there for the traveller to drink, but not inside the compound. In some cultures, in Buddhist cultures, why does ethnicity matter when it comes to home?
I just want to know because
tell me, no,
some
really.
people might be particular because that's why I asked whether you're really bound to tradition or not.
Tradition in the sense you are saying rituals, not so much.
Rituals or maybe taboos.
No,
you're not.
I'm quite comfortable with taboos. No, but I mean I have no problem telling my ethnic race, but I'm trying to understand
Yes.
how
I just
does
wanna
that
know.
come into architecture?
Actually, it doesn't.
It doesn't. What happens when it's a mixed family? My wife is not my ethnic group, so what do I do? That I'd like to have a corner, a space. So what I imagine in my head is somewhere where there's a glass, and then it opens into a garden space. There's water outside, rocks and things, and it's the sense of opening to the beyond. I can sit and pray or meditate. And of course, I'll have some religious objects there, but it's something that opens up, that calms down. Think of prayer space for a family house, then I think it's spiritual dimension we are talking and not so much religious. Probably the extension will be towards there. But there also could be some plants, some pond or something like that. Then the corner, I don't know, maybe it's a little, since it dips, whether we can take advantage of that to dig it further, to build something around, not a pond, maybe a sitting area, barbecue or whatever like that. I don't know whether this should be the pond here, I don't know.
Do you rear fish? Since you
No, I
mentioned
do.
pond.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't do koi, I just do goldfish and little red fight. I do have a dog.
How many dogs?
At the moment, one.
It's a big dog.
It's a breed between a Dalmatian and Doberman.
Do you wish your extension to be separated from this building? That means that you need to walk.
Could be lah. That could be. It could be an external extension with a little passageway with little shrubs or whatever in between. Swim through the pond and reach the other side.
Do you prefer to barefoot in your garden?
Yes, I'd be happy to be barefoot.
What do you think about your ground floor slightly elevated off the ground on
No, I
stilts?
think that's good lah. That's good. That's good. Even here, I was thinking that. I mean, if I make a walkway, a wooden walkway, it'll be a little raised lah. It'll be nice. And if there's a room, I'd like to make it like a French window lah, big, so you can open and step out, that kind of thing lah. Yeah. Then here, I think I'd rather go for like clay tiles lah, bricks kind of. Yeah.
You don't mind it coming in, or you chopping it?
It's the neighbors.
Yeah, but
it
it's chopping
looks
them.
lovely, but the fruits are rotten inside.
Rotten inside.
Yeah. But it's okay lah, I guess. Yeah. I definitely want to put. I like gardening, and also I definitely put some fruit trees. I've got my rambutan, my durian, my jackfruit already growing. I didn't plant them because I'm waiting, depends how the layout, then I'll know where to put the fruit trees. So. Yeah. But the rambutan and the jackfruit and the bananas, those can squeeze in.
Do you like bougainvilleas?
Yeah, especially when they are crossed, white and red or things like that, they look lovely. Bougainvillea is one plant that holds its color throughout the year. For that reason, it's beautiful. Water lilies is simple to maintain, bright, beautiful. Frangipani is easy to maintain. Birds of paradise.
What do you think about raw concrete?
I think it's raw concrete. Well, I mean, everything has its use. You have to use cement and all that, surely. But I think it doesn't have to be everything cement to do walls, bathroom walls. It looks lovely, a little bit of wood and a little bit of broken tiles. It's amazing. Yeah, kind of. Well, that's the other thing I told Kate, that I'd like to tap the rainwaters, have a storage, even if it means digging a pond and putting it inside, whatever. Yeah, you can use rainwater for toilet flushing and all that, except for shower and unit, Then even solar panels, more than just the bathroom, maybe you can use for kitchen and things like that. Yes, I have loads of old furniture, odds and ends. Most are wooden, yes. My beds are wooden, my settees are wooden. But again, I don't mind getting some modern things, throwing away some old. I don't mind. I like that combination,
The antiques you have, where are they most from? Are they from India, Indonesia?
No. Things that people threw away in Malaysia. A lot of it I took and prepared and recycled.
You do not collect antiques?
Not in that sense of collection. Then I have some Burmese teak furniture. Otherwise, there was one defect was because there was a leakage at the corner. Because
I don't know.
the water remains up, and the corner is not a straight angle; it's curved. So there was a little leakage. They patched it up. I hope it holds.